Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to this coverage of Helene. I'm getting radar up, and we're getting right to it because this is a more serious of our usual topics, as this is a very serious storm. So we're not going to have as much goofing off today and more actual seriousness. Um, Anyways, we'll get to the chat. If anyone has any questions, let me know. It just might take a little while for me to get to them because we gotta get a lot of stuff done with this here. So let's get our thing up and we'll be good to go. So we do have tornado warnings. We're gonna come back to those in a little bit. So right now you can see we have the eye right here, and you have the eye wall with it. If you zoom out a little bit, you can see the whole system or part of it. Here down here we have tornado warnings that are all the radar indicated. Um, we do have tracks, but just ignore these because tropical systems. Um, yeah, very big eye. Anyways, so getting down to business now. Water waves reaching. Yeah, I saw that. The waves are very high, so if you're in this area, please know you're gonna have some very high waves right now because storm surge is also a big issue right now. Storm surge up to 20 feet is predicted. That is very, very high. We have this graphic that we've been working on. I was working on it before we went on here. This is our graphic here. Helene's landfall is imminent. This is radar as of 7:45 because I can't make the graphics that well, so I had to like sprint through to get this to work. As well as hurricane safety, kind of if you're in an area that doesn't have to evacuate or you're staying in place, go to the lowest level of your home, away from windows, treat it as if it's a tornado to protect your life. Um, Give me 1 second. I'm just seeing who's joining the talk. We will have other commentary in a moment here for our team coverage of this. Just give us a moment to get everything under control. Now I'm going to show another image here. This is our storm surge forecast here. Bam. So you can see clearly there's a 15 to 20 foot area, a 10 to 15 foot area, a 8 to 12, 5 to 8, 4 to 7, and 1, 3 to 5, and 1, 2, 3. So as you can see, there's a lot of storm surge that is forecasted with this, and landfall is coming very shortly here. So we are going to be watching this as it goes along here, and we're going to continue watching this until landfall happens, and a little bit after that too. Current recon planes do show winds between 113 and 137 knots. So Category 5, honestly, not out of the question in my opinion. Not likely, but possible. We're going to have Mass joining us right about now, and he'll be going through the warnings throughout our thing. So now let's go back to radar. Bam. All right. So again, we're going to take this a lot more seriously today. So if you have any legitimate questions, please let us know. But let's keep it serious here because we got people's lives on the lines today. So as you can see, very big eye there. Clear to see where the eye wall is. You got the northern eye wall, which is much more defined than the southern eye wall, and then you have in the middle, obviously, the eye. Continuing to move now. Landfall, I'd say, coming up soon. Not immediately, but pretty soon. So if you're in these areas, be ready for this to come ashore. We are starting to get people to start helping out here, so we'll start seeing some more stuff. So everyone just hold in with us for 1 moment. Hello to whoever just joined us. Continuing on here. Oh, hello, Jay. If someone could do the job of translating Jay's messages for me, that would be great. Thank you. If someone could take that up, maybe like Max the dog or something. or something like that. Can someone take that up? That would be great. Um, Anyways, so that was our storm surge forecast, and then we went to radar. So if you look at these tornado warnings here, none of them exist anymore, so that's good here. We are out of the tornado warning phase here, so I will be switching us back to local coverage caption. And there. All right, so like we said, Helene's landfall is imminent here. Flash flooding is a big issue going on right now. Even much north of where landfall is right now, flash flooding is a big concern here, especially into Georgia as well as especially near the Atlanta area, which is under a flash flood warning right now. We're going to show you the view from the Atlanta radar right now. This is what it looks like right here. We're going to ask Railfan joining us in about 30 seconds. Anyways, sorry. Just working multiple issues. Can someone please translate Jay's messages so I can understand what they say? Thank you. Anyways, so continuing to watch the radar here, you can see that it's looking really bad still. And did we get the 8 o'clock update on this yet? But I believe we just got the 8 o'clock update a second ago, I believe. And that puts Helene as what? A category 4 still, I believe. Yeah, category 4 is what we're at right now as of the 8 o'clock advisory. Now, I do want to point this graphic about peak wind speeds. All right, thank you, ONHL. I did see the category stuff. This is a diagram showing the peak winds threat. And as you can see, it's a big area that they're predicting could have winds of 110 miles per hour or even higher than that. That is a serious threat to life and property. So if you're in that area, please, 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 hopefully you've evacuated already. But if you haven't evacuated already, please take shelter now, because this is probably your last chance to safely take shelter from these storms. I'm just going to go around and do my quick round of promotion here. Everyone that's watching, please share this link right now so we can get the word out here, and we can come back in like 20 seconds. I'm just going to send the link. Go to self-promotion, share it everywhere. We just got to get the word out about this so that way we can keep people safe today. So let's say 30 seconds to do that. And bam. All right, I just promoted. All right, now we have Mass Railfan with us. And he'll be going over warnings. So let me get Mass Railfan up here. All right, Mass, you can talk now.
All right. Hello.
Hello. You just wanna I'm gonna pull up the radar for this. Do you just wanna show maybe read out some warnings for like flood and stuff?
Yeah. So we have multiple warnings. A lot of we have loads of tornado watches. We have one tornado warning in effect. We have loads of flash flood warnings, and let's see what else is happening today. We have a slight risk covering the entirety of Florida and some parts of, let's see here, some parts in, hang on a minute, some parts in the Carolinas, Mostly in the
Yes.
Savannah areas
Yeah.
and Charleston
I also want to
areas.
mention. Yeah, I also want to mention there's also a 10% tornado risk today, and 10% tornado risks are very rare. uh, Not necessarily with tropical systems, but 10% in general is pretty rare. So if we look at this graphic here, you'll be able to see that 10% here. When you have a 10%, that means there's a very high chance of some tornadoes happening. And as you can see, based on the one tornado warning we're having, this is exactly what's happening right now. So we're going to keep an eye on that as well. Yeah, so if you go to like IEM, and you select like Florida,
Mhm.
like Tampa and stuff, you can get the Florida warnings here. So I'm seeing Florida warnings here.
Florida. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna see Miami,
Type in Tampa Bay area. Type in Tampa Bay area.
Tampa Bay.
So St. Petersburg,
Okay.
Florida, had a 64 mile per hour
All right. Here
gust.
we are.
Sarasota, Florida, 62. St. Petersburg, 66. They canceled two
I'm going to.
tornadoes in the months. Hello to everyone that's watching right now.
Be getting rid of all of the other chats so I can. So we have some tornado warnings that were canceled around 8 p.m. and 8:01 p.m. Uh, but we do have multiple. We do have um, multiple wind reports, mostly up to 58, 54, and 56 knots.
Yeah. We're gonna read off some alerts soon from northern Florida as well. Um Anyways,
Yo, wait, hold on.
a small signature if you were to see where the tornado might be in this storm, it'll probably be right here. My bad, my apologies. I shared the wrong thing. Hello Philadelphia weather. Give me one second, I'll share the correct thing. Mouse, if you're not talking, can we just mute yourself? I'm gonna just mute you right now for a second, so that way we don't have the background noise while we're doing that here. But I can share your screen here. Here we got radar beams of death on Mouse's screen. Anyways, in unrelated news here, as you can see, that's the area where there might be a tornado in that tornado warning here. Outward right here in Florida, you can see that we have our eye right here, and we have here. So we're gonna have landfall soon. So we're gonna keep tracking this out as landfall approaches here to keep everyone safe here. Hello to the 8 people that are here. Last time I checked, it was like 4. So hello to whichever 4 people joined us since we last saw each other here. In a moment, I'll have Mass talk about some of the looks of the hurricane and stuff. But first, let's go through one quick thing here. So we got a lot of tornado watches in effect right now. Here's a different view from radar scope from one of our members here who is graciously providing us with footage that we can use for the storm. So as you can see, pretty much same idea here. Looks pretty bad. Trying to got another report, I believe, or no? Wait, hold up. There's a different area of Florida. Um, 48 mile per hour gusts near Key West, Florida. Got reported right now. All right, now I'll let up Mass. And all right, Mass, how about you talk about some of the stuff you're seeing on radar as well?
Looking at the radar right now, we can see that this storm actually has a hole in it, just about here. So you can see that this is this is shaped into an arch. You can see over here that there's some red over here, while everything else
So
is
let
green
me
and yellow.
Yeah, let me just say real quick. So for those that remember this kind of stuff, so when you see that in the storm and you have that hole or eye, whatever you want to call it, that does not mean go outside, the storm is over. As you can see, there is very heavy rain before the eye to the north, not as much to the south, but that northern eye wall is going to have some really strong winds. Those are where you're going to get your 80, 90, 100 mile per hour winds. So if you're in that area, like Master said, where there's yellow and red, that's where you want to really watch for those high winds. And especially on the northeast side of the storm, as we know, our tornado threat as well. You can continue now.
Okay, so we take a look here. We have a flash flood warning covering um, mostly around the Panama City area. Um, this expires in 5 hours. If you want, we can listen in to the Tallahassee weather radio and see what's happening there.
Sure.
All right.
8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time conditions. At the Tallahassee airport, rain and fog were reported. The temperature was 80 degrees. The wind was northeast at 15 miles an hour. At Florida State University, the temperature was 79 degrees.
There are more storms
the
heading
wind
up.
was northeast at 9 miles an hour. At Apalachicola, rain and fog. The temperature was 79 degrees.
Whoa!
All right, yeah, let's stop that. Let's not have that. Yeah. All right, I have some more news, so I'm going to just turn off your mic for a second. We'll come back to you in 1 second. Here, I'll keep your radar up so you can keep showing stuff on the radar, but I'm going to just keep talking. So anyways, folks, radar skins are continuing to show that the storm is continuing to move towards the coast here, and landfall is still still coming towards land here, and landfall will be occurring shortly, so don't let your guard down, anyone, if you're thinking, all right, is it ever going to come? As you can see by what Mass is showing here, you can see the eye on the left here. You can also see all the rain bands moving through Florida here, and there's also some pretty high winds that are being received right now in the wind field. So let me pull that up so we can take a look at the wind field of this storm. It's right here, right? Yeah. So this is the wind fields of the storm here, and as you can see, the wind fields for tropical storm force is very big. Hurricane force is getting closer to the shore here. Key West having 40 to 50 mile per hour gusts. Miami 30 to 35 to 40 mile per hour gusts. Tampa 40 to 50 mile per hour gusts. And Tallahassee, which we're getting closer to that area, 25 to 30 for now. But don't let your guard down because that will change very quickly here. Now, Mass, do you want to read off some more warnings for Florida and stuff?
Yep. All right. So let's take a look. We have a mesoscale discussion going from the Carolinas and stretching down to southern Florida. We have two of them. We have one that is covering this part of northern Carolina, right here, and it's stretching down to the Jacksonville area.
And both of these are regarding this tropical system, for anyone who's wondering.
Yep.
And they also match up with the tornado watches. So,
as we mentioned, this is the eye. This is what is currently the hurricane right over here.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to see if I can pull up a forecast model just really quick.
All right.
So just give me 1 moment.
Yeah. And while we wait for that to happen, everyone also remember here, when we hear the eye, we think, oh, that's going to be the worst. It's actually the eye wall that's even more dangerous. So for anyone that doesn't know, the eye itself has almost nothing, but the eye walls at the start and end are much worse. So that's why we're saying don't let your guard down, especially during the eye, because people make that mistake of it gets sunny and they think, yo, this is actually not that bad. But it actually is. The eye is not necessarily meaning it's safe. Now, if you want to go outside for, like, let's say 10 seconds and make sure everyone around you is okay, that's fine. But we're not saying go out for more than like 10, 15 seconds because although this is not going very fast, it's still dangerous to people caught without shelter. And ignore those background noises.
Yeah. Also, I cannot pull up tropical tidbits because it does not want to cooperate. So
I
I'll
know
try
I've heard
again.
from people the website's not working that well right now, so
All right. So we will just take a look at the eye here. Um, but
I'm actually
oh yeah, the beams are gone. But
give
um,
me one moment.
we look over here. We have multiple watches and warnings. Most of the warnings are here. We have a tornado warning that was recently issued at 8:11.
And that is for what area?
This area is. Let's take a look here. Issued by the Blacksburg, Virginia. Um, the locations impacted include Yanceyville, Bethel, Providence, Jericho, Prospect Hill, Camp Springs, and Quick.
Perfect. So as we can see in this satellite image I'm showing you right now, that circle is the eye here, and it is getting very close here. Now, please note that one of these is taken approximately every 10 minutes. So as you can see, within the past 2 hours, it has been progressing very fast here. And we still have an imminent landfall. So don't lay your guard down. The storm might not be here with hurricane force winds for you yet, but if you're especially near the Apalachicola area, do not let your guard down because that area is going to have the highest of the winds. Anyways, I'm going to turn you off again, Mass. We'll come back to you in a second. I have another picture now that I wanted to show. Just give me 1 second. I'm just going through basically everything right now. Here we go. So we have a flooding risk that I'm going to show now. Flooding is also a big issue. That's why they've issued 2 separate high risks for flooding today. Or nope, they've combined it into one. I stand corrected. Observed tornado. Is that true? That is not true. Or wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong warning. No, wait, how many tornado warnings are there? Which tornado warning are you talking about, Max the dog? Anyways. So yeah, hi. All right, Max has something to say. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Max Dot is right. We do have an observed tornado warning. We have a tornado warning that was observed. This is confirmed, which means that this was issued from Blacksburg, Virginia. This was updated at 8:19 p.m. Radar confirmed, but it was also observed. Same locations impacted near Yanceyville. So
yep, I'm
any
gonna pull it up on radar right
sizes.
now. Yep, pulling it up on radar right now.
There is a tornado on the ground. Take cover right now.
Yep. We're trying to get the good radar view for this. We are trying our best right now. In fact, we're probably going to switch radars to a different radar here so we can get velocity.
And
here.
as we look over here, we have this storm here. This is where the tornado warning is. Yanceyville is right over here. It's not in this tornadic storm. It's mostly just out here. But this
In
storm
the
is
path of the storm.
moving upwards.
Yeah.
It's moving upwards, which means that it's in the path.
Yes. All right, we'll come back to that tornado warning in a moment here. So, like I said, there's a high risk for flooding, which means there's at least 70% chance risk of flash flooding in areas including Tallahassee, Atlanta, close to Knoxville and Chattanooga, but not completely in it. They have a moderate risk. Another wind gust of 47 miles per hour, 64 mile per hour gust near St. Petersburg, Florida. Continuing to track out everything here. There's a lot of aspects to tropical systems, so we're going to continue working on that here. Helene's landfall in Florida is still imminent here. We are continuing to track out this system right now here. We're trying to get all different camera views and all different angles and stuff. So bear with us while we do that here. Hold up, chat. I'm just trying to get some new images to show. If anyone has any good images, let me know. You can send them to me. There is someone's reporting that they see a CC drop on one of these tornado warnings. I just checked, and that might actually be true here. So potential CC drop here on that observed tornado warning, I believe. And that would be right here on the screen right now, just outside of the warning box. Potential other CC drop here in this observed tornado warning. Also, another message: when it is safe to do so, please send your reports of hail of any signs, as well as reports of wind damage, including downed trees or large limbs, to the National Weather Service by calling toll-free at 866-215-4324. Reports and pictures can also be shared on the National Weather Service Blacksburg Facebook page and Twitter, or X. That's their message here. Looking for additional stuff right now here. Still appears to be intensifying. Landfall could still be a few hours away. 1 to 2, no more than 3 hours away. We won't be streaming for that long, but we are continuing to track as much as we can right now. Here, I'm just trying to get my screen under control here, so bear with me 1 moment. I'm going to bring Mass up again here. Mass, if you want to talk about any more of the storm aspects right now, you can.
All right, so as we look for Helene's intensifying storm here, you can see that this storm is shaped in a way that it is like an arch, but if you're out of this arch, I would not advise to still go out unless it is actually cleared out. As we all know, we have 2 tornado warnings in effect. We have one right here. This was issued by Jacksonville, Florida. This will expire in around 18 minutes. But we're also going to go take a look at the tornado warning that was confirmed. So we will take a look at that right now. Take a look at the Roanoke one, because the Roanoke one will actually give you more info. This storm could possibly be developing. Don't exactly know. I'm going to quickly check the velocity. So
If anyone, I will say while he does that, if anyone wants to also help us out with future streams, that'll be great here. You don't really need too much experience. You just need to be able to have a general idea here. Oh, wow. That could actually be a CC draw right there. That might zoom back in on that.
This one, right?
Oh, yeah. That might be
This could
clear
probably
cut
be a
right
CC
there.
draw.
That might be clear cut right
Yep.
there. Not going to lie.
All right, so that means that if
That's
this is
why they're
actually a
probably on the
CC
ground.
drop,
That's probably where they're getting their radar.
this is on the ground.
Because it's hard with tropical
It is near
systems on
Anderson.
velocity because they'll not necessarily be able to see it because like the winds are moving so fast. But that is where if there were to be a tornado, it would be in that area right there right now. So you zoom out a little bit more on that. So if you're in the path of this, like if you look here and you see you're in the path of this, any of these towns right here, you gotta absolutely be in your safe place right now. As that is probably on.
And this is not a drill because if you take a look here, this whole chunk of Anderson is covered right here, just right here.
Yep.
So if you're near Baines, Millsville, Fitch, and what else? High Towers. I don't think High Towers. I would advise to stay in a safe spot. But in these towns, all over here, get in shelter immediately. Especially the Jericho area. Now, let's go take a look at. We will go take a look at Helene again. When was this issued? Oh, this was issued a while back. Let's go to here. You can see that different radars show different things, but this is still pretty much the same storm. You can see that this is going to project upward. So this is probably projected to head up. But it's going to definitely hit Florida, so I would not advise. I would advise staying in a shelter, especially since this storm is a Category 4 hurricane.
Yeah, and we do want to make this very clear, everyone. Category 4 hurricanes are very big deals. You might think, oh, well, it's not Category 5, so it must have not strengthened enough. Category 4 is still very, very serious and still should be very, very seriously. So if you're in these areas, it's still very dangerous. Absolutely still very dangerous. And we are
have an
going to
update.
be covering this. Yeah.
Okay, so we have storm surges, 2 storm surges reported by the emergency manager in Collier, Florida. If you are in the storm surge area, get into shelter immediately.
If you're in these areas too, storm surge is going to be a big issue. So you got to be ready to take shelter at higher levels in this case if storm surge starts coming into your home, because 20 feet is a lot higher than anyone here. I guarantee everyone watching this is less than 20 feet tall. If you're 20 feet tall, I don't think that is healthy, and you're probably dead by now. We will be live on this for about 5 more minutes. Then we're going to go to our DWC partnering because we don't have forever here, and I still got stuff to do today, sadly. But if anyone wants to join the team and especially wants to help with streaming aspects so we can keep these streams going, past these limits, that would be great. Obviously, for a channel that is just starting out, since only a few months old, being able to cover this stuff for this long with so much help is amazing. So thank you to all the viewers and helpers right now. But obviously, right now, we still have a little bit of limits until we can work out some stuff here. So we're going to go on for about 5 more minutes here, and then we'll wrap up. But before we do that, we'll make sure we get all the important information out first. So I will let you go first, Mass, if you just want to spend like 2 minutes saying anything important, and then I'll end it with some stuff.
All right. So, taking a look, emergency manager in Sumter, Florida, reported a tropical cyclone around 5:43 p.m. So that's quite a while ago, but it was just shown at this time. Same with the storm surges. They were mostly at 8:03 and 8:06 p.m., but that doesn't mean that it is probably not happening. It could be happening at any moment. We're going to take one last look at the tornado warning. And hold up. Okay, there we go. We're going to take one last look at the tornado warning here in Virginia. This is almost going to expire in around 10 minutes. So we're going to go take a look here. So as we look, we can see that the storm has kind of changed a little bit, as there was like a red here, but now it's gone. We're going to look at the CC one more time and see if there was any CC drops. Taking a look here. The CC drop has moved, or I don't know if it's a CC drop or not, but it has moved.
I'm listening into like professional insights about this, and I do have an update here. I do have about two sources saying that might be a CC drop, and we just have word here for live on the ground here. Hold up, we have some big news here. So hold up, I'm gonna just turn you off for a second, Mass. Here we have big news here. I have footage coming in live about 2 minutes ago on the grounds here. We have footage here from Tuna, one of our DWC members here from Tampa, Florida here. So let me get that footage up immediately. I'm gonna put this footage on the screen right now. This is real footage. This is on the grounds in Tampa, Florida as of 2 minutes ago. Here it is. Okay, here it's not. Here it is. Okay, this thing hates me. Hold up. Insert a video. Okay. I'd like to choose this video right here. Perfect. All right, now we can show it. Thank you, everyone, for their patience. So as I was saying, here now is the footage of on the grounds in Tampa, Florida. It should pop up right now. Sorry, my computer just being slow. There we go. Here it is. Let's watch.
A good amount of debris in this water. It's deep.
I'm going to just pause it as it loads in so that way we can fully see. All right, here it is.
A good amount of debris in this water. It's deep. No alligator yet. Florida's notorious for that. I'm soaked, but I don't care. I'm having my life.
I love how he says I'm having the time of my life. All right, anyways, that was live footage from Tampa, Florida. Do you have any analyzation on that? Because that was pretty interesting.
Let's take a look at the... Let's look at the Tampa area. So we're going to go down here.
Yep, Tampa's right near.
We're going to go back to...
Mass, go down a little bit. Go down. Down.
Oh, it's right here. Okay.
Right there in red, Tampa's right there. That radar's offline, so you're going to have to pick the one below it. It's red. Take the one below it, the KTBW.
Okay, there we go.
All right. So as you can see, Tampa's
All
in a
right, so
little bit
for
of
the
a break.
Tampa area,
Yeah, they just got out of a band of rain here. And can you go to the velocity for a second? Let's take a look at what wind we're dealing with here. As you can see, they're going in between rain right now. But
these are all
overall,
range folded.
so they're not able to get wind data from that area right now. If you go to the north a little bit, go up a little bit. Look at that white. Let's see what that is. Go over all
Yep.
that. That is easily at least 60, 70, maybe up to 80 mile per hour winds right there. All that orange is at least 60 to 70 mile per hour winds. And that is covering a lot of Florida. So that is a big issue.
Yep.
Anyways,
Yeah. So Tampa's not really
we're gonna
getting a
wrap.
lot of.
Yeah, they just got out of their
They're not,
rain bands.
yeah, but they could possibly get more rain from the storm, as there's still storms approaching up to Tampa right now.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna finish it off now. Thank you for that, Mass. So, anyways, a few key points here. If you want to join our team, that would help a lot with our production because right now we're only able to stream at certain times and for certain time due to scheduling conflicts, and that's expected. One thing I did want to say is that tornado warning over there is still observed, and it still has a potential CC drop on it, I believe. So if you're in that area, though, definitely please be in your safe place because that one does show that it might be trying to produce here. Can you all see my screen right now? No, you can't. Here it is. On radar, Omega velocity is reading 158 miles per the wind for the eyeball. It is also that the winds could reach Cat 5 at a peak gust. So don't keep that out of question here, but potential CC drop on this tornado warning. Anyways, with that, we're going to wrap it up because we have to stop. But please, please, please stay safe today. We have tornado warnings. We have winds of potential Category 5 strength. Please, please, please stay safe. If you are out on the roads today, only go if it's an absolute emergency. And that would mean your life probably has to be on the line in order for you to have to do that. Stay safe because tropical tornadoes can spin up very quickly and stuff. But overall, yeah, if you're driving, proceed with caution. Turn around, don't drown. Anyways, we want to thank everyone for coming today. We want to thank Mass and everyone else that helped out today. We're going to end with our closing here. But before we do that, I just wanted to state one more thing here. In addition, we want to thank everyone that was here today. Without you, the stream just isn't the stream here. And we're glad that at least 5 people during severe weather. And I understand not everyone can be on at a certain time. So it's probably even more than that. So we want to thank everyone that's here and just say, stay safe, okay? We'll see you next time.